Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to play 4v4 on the map Regicide Fortress between me and the viewers. This match is, of course, part of my weekly Twitch TV live streams, and if you're interested, you can find my live streaming schedule on my Twitch page by going there and scrolling underneath the video player. Thank you, Deer Hunter, for the plug. It's going to be a fun one. I think I'm going to play as the Turks this time, and usually that means I'm going to lose, but I'm going to give it my all. Why? Because people seem to really love the Turks, because they are a very binary civilization that basically only get good gunpowder units and hussars. Also, a lot of people have really wanted me to experiment with the Sipahi technology, so I'm going to try to be doing all those things here and see how this one goes. May the teams be stacked in my favor. Come on! Let's do this. At some point I'm going to win a game as Turks, just like at some point I'm actually going to make Berserks and win too. It will happen. Tunnel Turks rule. Alright, we loaded in, not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna start the game by building a mill. Why not? And I also need to build a lumber camp at some point. Really hard to find a good spot for this. Now, check out this this king. Not only is he on top of this poor woman, but look at this custom king model. African kingdoms added a ton of awesome civilizations, new bugs, new features, and new king models. Wait, whoa, oh yeah, she's still hotkeyed too. I was wondering, I thought the king suddenly had the female villager voice for the Turks, and I was like, what? That was weird. Max Castle Petard Rush. Yeah, no out of sync this time, okay, but it's coming. Trust me. Okay, Mobius one. Hang out in the Steam group chat if you guys want to ask me questions. I might not be on after the stream that much, because I'll probably be tired needing dinner, but yes, I am generally quite active there. Yeah, you can ask me tomorrow, perhaps. Yes, not enough wood on Fortress, unfortunately.
Yes.
Now, there actually are boars in this map, but they always spawn outside of your gates, which is not particularly fun. So when it comes to Regicide Fortress, if I lose my king, I lose the game. Everyone starts the castle, slightly different distribution of resources. I see a lot of players mess up because they don't start with any gold, so you can't get loom immediately. So a lot of people just lose villagers to boars, and this is compounded by the fact that the boar is usually outside the base. Another thing is that you actually probably want to be scouting with your king because your king has excellent line of sight, and is, of course, also in peak physical condition, runs very quickly, is a great scouting unit. However, again, if this guy dies, you lose the game, so thank God Nick is on my team. So make sure you only scout around your base with the king, and that you're better safe than sorry. J-Pens, I'm not really sure. The game will probably get made, regardless of whether or not Feudal Wars gets funded on Kickstarter, but if it doesn't, it's harder for me to dedicate as much time as I have been, and I'm not sure what will happen to the game, but Chris will build it one way or another. He said it's his dream, and I know he'll deliver. It's just the game might be a little bit different than we expect. I have no idea. I prefer to think it will get funded. Are normal Janissaries as good as hand cannoneers, Tim asks, and how much better are elite Janissaries? That is a good question. One thing I learned recently about the Janissary unit is that it apparently does not have an attack bonus versus infantry, but hand cannoneers do, which seems really weird, and I don't see why that should be that way, and it's like another reason why the Turks are lame. I mean, sometimes the Turks are crazy, though, because, you know, they can do that Turks Fast Imp thing. If you're looking for a video on that, I have a Break the Meta on Turks Fast Imp. If you want to see how that strat works. Yeah. I do think, though, that they have very strong combat stats. The reason why they don't see as much play is because, you know, generally speaking, if you're going for like a Fast Imperial Age, which I could go for. Should I go for Fast Imperial Age? Yeah, why not? I'll go for Fast Imp. Or I could go for a Janissary Rush, but I think I'll go for Fast Imp. If you're going for a Fast Imperial Age, then, you know, you're probably not going to have enough of your economy left over to actually mine the stone necessary for a castle, so then you're just going to want to be making like hand cannoneers because they're much easier to create. Turks can go for this Fast Imperial Age strategy by lingering in the Dark Age a little bit longer. That way you get a huge economy, and the more villagers you have, while you're advancing, the more resources you'll stockpile, which is why this strategy works. And it works particularly well in the Turks, and it's one that they're known for because they get free chemistry, meaning that if you get to the Imperial Age really early, then you can use that to get out Bombard cannons and hand cannoneers before your opponent has time to react. Also, the faster gold mining means you can abuse the market for that, which is quite nice. I'm actually gonna send this guy home. Oh, did he not? This guy's really far away. So I would say that Janissaries are generally speaking better, but they're harder to mass up. They have excellent combat stats, range, HP, etc. They're just hard to mass up because you have to make them from a castle. Perhaps J-Pence, we'll see. Terminator, there's no fish in this fortress map. Blesses. Rez, thank you for taking the time to make my videos. I really appreciate it, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to say thank you to me. That means a lot. It makes all the work I put in worthwhile. And I hope to be able to continue putting out awesome Age of Empires 2 content for other games. And you guys can make that possible by encouraging and supporting me when I also do other games aside. Because if you support that, you support more AoE. Thank you. I don't stream as often as other people for a wide variety of reasons, but I'm a firm believer in quality over quantity. And I go out of my way to try and make sure that every little thing I do turns out to be special in some way or another. So I'm going to make a lot of villagers. I'm going to be very, very slow. I will fast imp, I think. Because again, the more villagers that I have in the Dark Age gathering resources, then while I'm advancing, then the more I'll actually stockpile.
Yes.
Really need to grab this other board, which I should have grabbed a lot sooner. We'll need a lot of farms for this. No, he better not be here to lame my boar. That would be pretty mean. Now, I'm gonna be honest though, again, I also have a Break the Meta video that showcases a Janissary rush, a fast castle into Janissaries. So it is still good. It's a situational strategy though, I wouldn't do it every game, and if you want to learn- oh man. If you want to learn more about it, I highly recommend watching that Break the Meta episode, but I swear the Janissaries are not terrible. In fact, they're just harder to mass up, so there's a risk associated with them. This guy better not die because of that. Ooh. Not bad. As a result, my board lure is not going to be excellent, but there's too much lag for me to actually pull this underneath the TC all the way. Janissaries are stupid strong. They might not have that attack bonus. Well, I feel like at least Elite Janissary should. I don't know. I don't think it would break them. I think they should. Or at least maybe a smaller one than Hand Cannoneers, but they don't need it. It is still a strong unit, I swear. Then I'll grab Wheelbarrow. Build my 2 buildings to advance to the Castle Age. And then when I get to the Castle Age, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to build a University and Siege Workshop or a Monastery and Siege Workshop, and then just go up to... I don't even have to because it's Regicide. I have a castle. Oh my god. I could have cut a few villagers. This is actually pretty sick. I don't usually like going for the strategy against the lower rated players because it's actually really scary. It's just, I feel like a lot of people do this strategy really poorly because, and you can even see this in the Break the Meta episode, where when you fast Imperial Age as the Turks, a lot of players, just when they get to the Imperial Age, they're on autopilot. They're used to their economy being a lot smaller, a lot larger, so they don't actually have to focus on building it up. And then they never really actually get a large economy, and then once the Turks fast Imperial Age rush is repelled, then it's over. Because your economy is too small to fight back. So yeah, I actually could have done this. Could have done this differently for sure. I could have been a little bit faster even. Do I go on stone? I mean, I could. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I could have done that. Yes, also have to mine stone for an extra TC. Greetings, Phosmo. This is Regicide Fortress. I know, right, Porglet. Says he's never seen anyone go to feudal with 1,250 food and 800 gold before. That's why we're here. We're here to learn. Oh! Oh! No! Ah! This match isn't that laggy, so... Whew. Build me a barracks. You know, actually, I could do... Okay, so generally speaking, when you go for a Turks fast im, you're going to want to go for hand cannoneers and bombard cannons, because it's a little bit easier to mass up. But here, since I start with a castle, I can go for a very unique fast imp that I've never been able to. You know, get some of those elite Janissaries or just regular Janissaries and bombard cannons right off the bat. I think that'd be really scary. Or I could still make hand cannons. I'm not really sure. Because if I don't build the barracks in the archer range, it's a lot of extra wood. Which is exciting. Oh yeah, I can... Oh, this is sick. This is sick. Oh my god. Oh, it's time. Not bad. Build the TC. So teal is a scary man. So is yellow. These guys seem to be doing pretty well, so maybe I have to make some hand cannons too. Portal says, would going hustlers be a good idea for the rush? You could, I suppose. But I think it would really depend on what my opponents are making. I think it'd be a great answer to monks if my opponents are trying to counter me with monks, but in general I would say Hussars, while they're free, it's not a big enough power spike. Oh, of course Miss Aimbot, yeah. But a lot of the lag in this game is not due to player connections, but rather due to spaghetti code? I don't really know how to put it. Right now we don't have any ping though, so this is pretty fine. It can be very... HD can be inconsistently very smooth. It's mostly like bugs, not necessarily performance issues they need to fix, but there are some performance issues they need to fix. I just can't wait for them to start working on this game as soon as they're done fixing the mess they created in Age of Mythology. Oh yeah. Pretty sure you already have a barracks. I was about to delete it and say, no, I don't. Okay, touche. Gridhelm Gaming. Okay, sorry, I don't actually play Regicide Fortress that much, and I've never actually fast imped on this map, so I built a second barracks for no reason. Which means I could have actually had 175 wood. And when your economy is this microscopic, that does matter, so... That is my bad. What a weird map. You start with 4 houses, farms, and a barracks. I always forget about the barracks thing because it's never relevant. Free chemistry. That's what the doctor ordered. Gotta watch my eco. Yeah, that could have been my siege workshop. Crud muffins. God, my economy sucks. See, that's the problem with this strategy. Is, you know, I had such a fast Imperial Age, and I could have had it slightly faster too. But at what cost? Well, I probably have too many gold miners now that I think about it. Considering that I didn't need to buy any resources, actually. What a weird game. But maybe I should buy a little bit. Fascinating. Bulk McLarge Huge. Nice name, man. Alright, see what I got. He asks, did I get slung? Well, 1, thank you for tuning in, and 2, no. It's a fun build, and if you want, I heavily encourage you to steal it, but don't build the barracks like I do if you're doing it on Regicide Fortress. Because that barracks was unnecessary. You don't need it. So don't build it. Barracks was unnecessary. Otherwise, feel free to steal this. Uh-oh. Maybe I am barking up the wrong tree. Who makes knights? Oh, I'm housed. Twitch chat has distracted me yet again. Sorry if I'm missing some people's questions. Can't afford blacksmith upgrades. By the way. I don't think you need a university to receive the upgrade. Unless it says requires university, which it doesn't. Don't think you need it. Now, my guys are getting owned here, but that's okay. Because there's more where that came from. This strategy is really hard to do well because your economy will be a potato. Also, I'm in the pocket, and it's better on the flank if you can somehow get away with it. I don't like how my gather points never change in this game. I don't like the unit pathing, I don't like unit selection. I only like the new civs. Yeah? Oh, what the hell? Oh my god. Everyone is out cheesing me. Mangonels? What was he expecting? Really? What? I didn't kill. There we go. Can't believe he was actually ready for this. But he was. Touché, friend. I'll get you. Probably get level 1 defense. See, it's the Kool-Aid dude. Indeed, Miss Aimbot. I don't think it matters. Up to you, friend. Depends how manly you feel. I wonder if I have enough guys, or if this is suicide. Ah yes, his shitty line of sight will be his downfall. If he goes for my bombard cannon, this is excellent, as long as... Okay, those pikemen aren't actually shooting anything. This is less than excellent. Alright, kite him while the pikemen do their thing. Alright, he can kill my bombard cannon, but he can't take my freedom. Touché. And I wiped the floor with them. Not bad. Maybe Torm. Ah, you caught me, Porglet. Time for a galley rush. JMS. Ooh. Ooh. You naughty, naughty boy. That is a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that. We'll see. Alright, TK the PK if that is your real name. Please call me Mr. PK. Oh, this cannon did survive. Calculated Porglet, of course. Of course! I took calculus. It was obvious, guys. You just believe. Good fortune will come to you. Yeah, elephants are actually pretty... Wait, no, actually they're not like right here. Because we have a few pikes. He doesn't have enough of them. They have no upgrades. Feel kind of bad ganging up in DK. Hope he doesn't mind, but he'll get help from team soon. Right? Ooh, me no think camel's good idea here. Me don't think camels counter any of these units. Oh, I guess they're good against the mangonels. And they're okay against the hand cannons because he's Indians, but... Alright, well what would I have made? This! The Huskarls are decent. But I'm too strong. Fools. Shit. Eh. They all didn't go in at the same time. I guess he didn't have much of a choice being Indians. If they all win at the same time, that would have actually been good. But they are powerless alone. I could not comprehend my folk's speech. No wonder thou wert victorious. I shalt abdicate. I sought to hunt the wild boar, and it slew them. No wonder thou wert victorious. Alright, time to poke him again. I think it's time. Start making some hussars and stuff. Notice how I'm still meticulously building up my eco by pressing H and C, the most important hotkey combination of the game. H to select the town center, C to make a villager. My wood economy. Remember, also, to make sure that you're constantly creating villagers, doing something with your town center. Orgo says, if I remember Speederlock correctly, he said it's worth to get handcraft for 34 bills. Did he really say that? Well, my response would be that you can't math your way to everything, and that I follow what the Viper says. And in general, you're going to want to get your upgrades when it's appropriate to. Every game varies from situation to situation, and there's no definitive time to get wheelbarrow. It's going to vary from game to game. A lot of AoE comes down to experience. Rip is at the castle. Wow, I think the teams might be stacked in our favor to a degree. Somehow Plagueis has a higher score than me, which is respectable. But I guess it's because my economy is weak. I hope that makes sense, because, like, I can't just give you a number. I don't think that helps you as a player to just give you a number. Like, always get wheelbarrow at 30 population. Like, I can't do that. I don't think that does you any good as a player. So, I don't do that. I know that it's also equally unhelpful to tell you to wing it. But, the best time to get wheelbarrow is actually when you can afford it. Same thing with handcard. There will be some situations where, you know, you want it, and there's like sort of a minimum villager floor where it becomes more efficient. So usually the answer is, it depends, but. So I think Spirit of the Laws videos can be really helpful in that regard, but it's also important to keep in mind that there's always the it depends at the end of it. Does that make sense? The Viper did some, like, interview video thing with Zero Umpires where he explains how he decides to get those upgrades. I wouldn't take that so religiously, Porglet, but that's all I'm going to say is that I trust the Viper. The Viper is pretty good at Age of Empires too. There's the understatement of the century. Yeah, the Viper is pretty good at AoE. The Viper, he's alright. Treadmill Crane's fine. Yes, it'll vary a bit from situation to situation. I don't think I would really get wheelbarrow, like, until I have, like, what, 25 bills, usually. Something in that range. It's gonna depend. Yes, and Spirit of the Law does mention that his ideals are not always necessarily practical. And that's important. I'm glad he does that. And that's why I think his videos are still excellent. He's a wonderful stand-up man. The trick is, though, and Spirit of the Law says this himself, to not necessarily take his gameplay tips as literal facts. However, I do really enjoy his mechanical explanations. I think those are incredibly interesting, and I hope he continues to do them and find more spaghetti in the code for me to look at. Because I find that his Monk series was pretty sick. And every single time he does a mechanical video, it like fills my heart with glee, because there are some weird-ass mechanics in AoE that don't really make any sense. So I hope he does more of those. And, yeah. So I guess don't take it as necessarily the law, but as a good guideline, as one way to look at it. Like, obviously, like, the Viper's system of when, you know, like, whenever you can afford it isn't always going to be perfect either. So, you know, sometimes you need to sort of ballpark. Feels so bad doing this to the TK Mobile. You know what? I'm backing out. He's got Condotieros, by the way, which I think is actually pretty good. You know, the game seemed really close at first until it wasn't. Yeah, I finally get to win a game. Eh. Fools! Is this 200 pop? No, it's not. I'm just underboom. This is what I'm talking about. It is so easy to underboom. It is really easy to underboom when you go for the Turks fasting. I'm gonna want to go for my own Cavalry Archers, I think, for fun. Greetings, Kazagan. That's been a little while. Yes, Giant Apple. See, that's the type of thing I'd love to see him explore. And that's the reason why I don't do too many like videos where I tell you like specifically when to do something, because I'm so scared of actually getting it wrong. Because a lot of it is like, a lot of it comes down to experience. What is this? Is this person pulling a resin spot? Because Resbot does that. Some of my old tutorials could use work too. That's a gold mine. These guys play like AIs. Streaming the guys into the... Oh, man, look at that juke. Don't onager me, man. Don't do it. This is why I use attack, move, or patrol. Devastating. Alright, I'll make some Sipahi Cavalry Archers. Do I have enough stuff to deal with this? I'm not sure if I do. Fudge nuggets. Oh! I've got the beast in my sights. Oh, basement, Autismus Maximus. Those are a lot of work. A lot of work. And I think there are a lot of already excellent tutorials. So I'm not really sure if I mean, maybe. It's on my to-do list, but... those are a lot of work. Not only scripting, editing it, but also collecting, like, footage of it, and builds, and the problem with me giving you a build order is there's always going to be some guy who's like, oh, but Renaissance 22, you can just... you know, like, I go up on, you know, one less population, or I don't think you should put the 39th villager on that farm. I would have put my farm 5 pixels to the left. Now, obviously, I don't cater specifically to that type of thing, so... yeah, just because people are going to say that doesn't stop me from doing it, it's just that, you know, it's something to factor in to a degree. You know, a lot of pro players, they have a general build, but they wing it a lot. because every game is going to be different. Your Civ matchup, who knows what you're going to need? Who knows what map you're playing? Maybe you're playing one of those terrible maps like Border Dispute. Maybe there's going to be a hamburger tournament. And they're like, hamburger, that's not on my notes. Oh no, Pete. I figured probably that was a little low. But again, would not be quoting that. I would not be. Alright, let me move the line forward. New Incas are strong. Master Cookie's defeated. He's on my team. What? Whoa! Oh my god. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, Troy. What the hell? Where did he have his king? Lost his king. Okay, game's not over yet. What? Did not see that coming. Who saw that coming? Seriously, what? Did anyone actually think that Gray was gonna die? Where was his king? Was his king in the army? Oh my god. How did he die? What happened? Also, look at the stats. Oh, I don't have bloodlines. JK, don't look at the stats yet. Look at better. Why don't my gather points change? I did not see that coming at all. Seriously. This match brought to you by M. Night Shyamalan. I think he ungarrisoned his king by accident and just brought it forward. Gah, mistake! So why do people not use Sipahi Cavalry Archers? Because they don't really, like, non-Turk civs don't use Cavalry Archers that much. But this technology was actually added in the game as a means for the Turks to actually be able to remain somewhat competitive in the matchup versus the Mongols as a way to deal with things like Mangadai. And I actually think this tech is pretty good. The problem is, though, is that the Turks don't need more gold cost range units, so it's like a little bit redundant, but it helps in like some very niche circumstances. This tech is decent. It's just that you need a castle and you're going for Cav Archers and you're not Huns, so that's it's a little bit tricky. But it is strong when you get it out. 100 HP now. Five pixels to the right. Again, I'm sure there's going to be some people who, like, horribly misinterpret what I'm saying and be like, I can't believe Reconnaissance 22 doesn't like Spirit of the Law. I love Spirit of the Law. I like Spirit of the Law too. I think his videos are excellent and he's an awesome guy. So, just want to make that extremely clear. And then I watch his stuff all the time. I subbed him too. Why, it seems like just yesterday he made his first video. No, I mean, I love his stuff. I want this one in particular. Don't die. I don't want him anymore. He was a failure. See, again, gather points don't actually change in this game. Sure would be nice if play tested. Gee, it sure feels like bugs in here. Why not? Alrighty. Gonna go a little bit for the economy. Do I have to make champions to deal with this? Whoa, he's pulling off the villagers. What a guy. Again, gather points not updating. Alright, need more trade cards. I hope he was just removing some excess population. Oh gosh. Fun fact, hand cannoneers. Oh, by the way, Aoe2, I firmly believe, is not only the best game ever made, but also has some of the worst tooltips ever written in gaming history as well. There's so many hidden attack bonuses that, and it's not quite as bad as Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds in terms of hidden attack bonuses, but this game is more well known for it. You know, like Supremacy, Villagers, better combat stats. What the fuck does that mean? Cataphracts deal trample damage. What's trample damage? What's trample damage? Seriously, I won't. As a kid, I thought trample damage meant that you can take your cataphracts and patrol them over enemy troops to kill them. Or I thought it was like Magic the Gathering, and when you killed an enemy unit, it like splashed the extra damage on whatever unit was closest, I guess. You know, dealt leftover damage. Turns out they just deal damage in an area of effect. There is room on the box. There is room on the box. Like, there's room in the box. You can put more information in there. And I bring this up because hand cannoneers have a small attack bonus versus rams. Why doesn't the game tell me that? This is when I would really like, you know, I would like a video series on important hidden attack bonuses. Eagle Warriors have a small attack bonus versus cavalry. It's not, doesn't mean that they're good versus cavalry, but they do. There's just a lot of noise. There are a lot of really hidden attack bonuses. Like, seriously, what the fuck is trample damage? No, like, as a kid, I could never figure it out. And I thought cataphracts are really bad, but they look really cool. Like, this game doesn't explain anything. I don't know, I make a video. It's too much work, yeah. I don't know if anyone will want to watch it. But maybe. I also don't know all of the hidden attack bonuses. Just like I didn't know how monks converting things works. So, yeah. I know all sorts of strategy, design things. I can tell you everything you need to know about the meta. But I can't necessarily tell you about all the hidden attack bonuses. I don't actually know all of those things. Game is old, tooltips aren't made for casuals. Age of Empires 2 is one of the best casual games ever made. Also competitive, while also being casual. I don't know. I feel like you can have a, I think I just made some spearmen by accident. Uh-oh. It's always a reflex when I click in a barracks. Muscle memory makes me do it. I don't know, I feel like you can, be a, competitive game. Wait, it's more reason to keep the tooltips detailed. If it's competitive. I know you're joking, though. Turks strong. I do really think that Yellow is making generally the right troops. I think he's a little low on gold, which is why he's making halbs. But I do think that his Huskarls, Onagers, like this guy... I think so, but you guys played very well. I think he's been making some good mix of troops. I think TK as well. I think really the enemy team's been playing very, very well. You well played, guys. You guys did great. Regular Panda says, on this episode of Age of Empires 2, Restoration 22 plays as the Turks and talks about trampoline damage. Will he succeed in his attempt? Find out more in this next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Ms. Aimbot says, I always thought trample damage was when they ran over farms. I thought it was something too where they ran over people. Tayamaro says, pertaining to actual trampling of infantry by cavalry, both Battle for Middle-earth games actually have this. The cavalry simply destroy infantry, but take some damage when running over them. Take massive damage when they try to trample pikemen. That's a cool mechanic. Ah yes, Yellow's villagers. They have unionized. Those are almost entirely men, actually. Oh, alright, GG, well played. Well played, everyone. That was a solid game. I'm quite happy with that one. Sleep well, Mystic Whale. I love Spirit of the Law. Ah, someone's gonna make me cry. It'd be like Reminiscence 22. He doesn't watch that guy at all, and I'm like, but I'm his biggest fan. My spinach puffs. Alright, we won. We got him. Ugh. Who's the worst civ in the game now? Well, they're pretty bad without gold. But when you have gold, not bad. Ready Teddy says, the thing I like about your playstyle is forwarding military buildings constantly. That's very important, yet somewhat underappreciated mouse clicks in my experience also. Indeed, Teddy, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, there are a lot of tricks that I do. I don't have time to explain all of them, but I try my best to go over as many as I can while I play. If you copy the things I do, you will at least be able to get to my rating. I don't even play that many ranked games. You probably even get higher. Basically, like, when I forward all the military buildings so my units don't have to walk as far, there's a method to my madness. And I picked that up over years of watching thousands and thousands of replays and asking the pros questions and whatnot. Used to watch, like, Eighth Wonder in 2002 or whatever. I don't know if it was 2002. It was a long time ago. When I would go on, like, road trips, driving across the United States, I'd just fill my really garbage old laptop with Aoe2 replays, just watching for hours. Skirmisher says, thank you for the AI update. And thank you for telling me thank you. Appreciate it. I did update Resbot recently. Tweaked a couple of the difficulties. I've been wanting to do a lot more improvements to it, but I can't because I've been waiting for Skybox to actually update this game and fix the mess they caused, and they haven't, and they consider AI bugs a low priority, even though most of the player base is single player. I'm not their manager. Anyway. Hopefully they'll fix it eventually. Or Feudal Wars will get funded and we can all see how that goes. 'Twas a fun game. Cookies, which I did not see coming. Green has one hell of a KD. Excellent. It's one of the few people trading. Obviously the enemy team didn't have much of an opportunity to trade, sustaining that many losses. And yes, I had the most villagers in the game despite going for the fast end. I really would encourage you to experiment with this. Obviously on Fortress, feel free to host Regicide Fortress games, by the way. Those are really fun. And I have a lot of them on my channel. You can't obviously use this exact build when it comes to like normal random map, but I have plenty of other Turks fast imp videos, particularly the Break the Meta one that shows kind of how this goes, the pros and cons of the strategy. Most important thing though is to be able to safely transition into units beyond that, make sure that you still build up your economy. Well, Lokilo had a lot of relic gold. I thought that was just an overall excellent game, so please let me know if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful. I do read all the comments, even if I don't get a chance to respond to them individually. The only reason you haven't seen more Break the Meta is because there's a finite number of awesome Break the Meta content, but I do what I can. So we'll see. Yep. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm sorry, TK. To be fair, it looked really fair until eventually our score started rising, and you guys killed one person. I'm sorry for having to attack you with red, man. But ratings aren't everything, and I think you played well anyway, so... Oh, always regular Panda. It's always a pleasure to have you. Yeah, he lost the relics, McKay, so it only shows you the relics you had at the end of the game. We blew up his monastery. Yeah, again, thank you so much, guys, for your support. Really appreciate it. And again, at some point soon, whenever I get the courage and I have my tutorial for it, I'm going to be trying to do something like Hearthstone, I think. And I know that Hearthstone's not like Age of Empires 2, but it's a game I really enjoy, and for the longevity of my channel, I need to be able to branch out. I'm still doing Age of Empires 2 content. I still will be doing it, but if you support the other stuff I do, you're willing to give it a chance, you don't leave a thumbs down. Instead, you leave a thumbs up every time. That helps me a lot. And if that's successful, that means I get to do more Age of Empires and just do more videos in general and be here. So I hope that you guys are willing to support that. It means a lot to me. I'll be keeping my eye on it. Thank you so much. And I look forward to bringing you guys more awesome Age of Empires 2 content as well as content for other games. I'm going to run a quick ad and then I'm going to end the stream. Thank you so much. I will see you all next Friday. And of course, don't forget to check the Feudal Wars Kickstarter if it's still going on by the time I post this. Perhaps the Kappa couple. I am considering whether or not I want to do viewer games because they're really difficult to coordinate and a lot of people get salty when they lose. But I know you won't. So we'll see. Spirit of the Law is right a lot of the time. JMS. As long as you guys leave your Kappas, I'm okay. Yep, see you, Miss Aimbot. 3 relics. Impressive. Kaylee says Resbot's still the same one in the workshop with the update. No, I mean I updated it. Check the changelog, Kaylee. It got updated. I don't change it from 5.1c, but you should see when the game boots up that it says like Resbot version 5.1c version 2.0c, because 2.0b was the last public one. I know my naming system is not intuitive. Alright guys, I'll see you all next week. Thank you for tuning in.